Devin Singletary, 870 yards, 7 rushing touchdowns. That was the most he ever had as a Buffalo Bill. And when you consider the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen, this high potent passing attack should open things up for our running attack. And Devin Singletary really never got things going, especially after last year bringing in Aaron Kromer, a new offensive line coach, and this offensive running scheme, which we know as Bills fans works with Rex Ryan and LaShawn McCoy, rushing leaders in the NFL. I think that is absolutely huge, and that's what the Buffalo Bills are aiming to get back to. Welcome to my channel here, guys. Bills News Consolidated. We're here in the Florida Keys hanging out. I'm just chilling here talking about Damien Harris, James Cook, Nyheim Hines. How is this running back room going to shake out? Is there another room or another spot for another running back in this year's NFL draft? And I know a lot of people are considering Bijan Robinson. A lot of people think he's going to be there at 27th overall. I don't think he is going to be there 27th overall, but even if he is, I don't see the Buffalo Bills selecting him. And one reason why is because he doesn't really necessarily contribute on special teams. Now, his teammate actually does. If you look at Raquan Johnson, his teammate ran the Wildcat with him, contributed on special teams, can catch the ball too as a big back. We always talk about needing a big back, right? So we have to narrow this thing down. Let's take a look. James Cook, and why I believe he will be a 1,000-yard rusher for the Buffalo Bills in 2023. Now, I really think Nyheim Hines, James Cook, they're going to share that same type of role with the Buffalo Bills. That receiving scat back, running back, you know, Josh Allen and that shotgun, that RPO, draw formation type stuff that we always do. Yeah, right. And then also mixing it up with 3 tackles on the field, 11.5% snap count for Bobby Hart last year as a tackle. Bills, we cannot discount that. We cannot discount that. And, you know, I really think Nyheim Hines, James Cook, those are the guys, right? Nyheim Hines goes down with an injury, we still have James Cook. James Cook goes down with an injury, we still have Nyheim Hines. I think they're the same sort of skill set, right? James Cook, to me, unbelievable talent. I really believe he could rush for 1,000 yards. But then we bring in free agent Damien Harris, right? Last year, kind of injury riddled, didn't really have the production that he ultimately wanted after the season before, rushing for 15 rushing touchdowns. Absolutely insane, right? We all wanted Jamal Williams as free agency because he rushed for 17 rushing touchdowns last year. But Damien Harris proved that he could be that short yardage, that goal line, that red zone threat that the Buffalo Bills need to just muscle it right in there. And Damien Harris is a great running back that the Buffalo Bills will probably use sparingly, and probably Damien Harris knows that we got him for a great value, and I think he knows that we're going to just kind of spell him. He's not going to be the featured back here in Buffalo. I really think the featured back in Buffalo is going to be James Cook, without a doubt, and then Nyheim Hines kind of spelling him, and then you get in those short yardage situations, goal line situations. Damien Harris is going to come in and probably poach a lot of touchdowns from James Cook and Nyheim Hines. The explosiveness that they present, though, James Cook, Nyheim Hines, right? Being able to take it to the house anytime they touch the football. We could not say that about Devin Singletary. Plus, the lack of yards after contact with Devin Singletary was definitely an issue, being that he was so small, right? And then also his yards after catch could improve as well. James Cook already has more yards after catch than what Devin Singletary had after his rookie year. And, you know, looking at these backs, why I believe the Buffalo Bills may very well still target a very big back, similar physical style back to Damien Harris, is also because of the contract that he signed. It's a 1-year deal. Damien Harris could very well go to a different team after this year, but it puts us in a great position to go into this year's NFL draft, not have to stretch or select a player out of value, right? And we sit back, we relax, and if we get a player that fits that physical skill set at one of our spots that is a great value, I think the Buffalo Bills, as long as he contributes on special teams, I think the Bills will definitely pull the trigger. You know, some people don't think James Cook, he has the ability to be a number 1 running back. James Cook definitely could be a number 1 running back, and I think about his brother going in the first round of the NFL draft, but That was so many years ago. That's when running backs were kind of still valued, right? The Saquon Barkleys were coming out, the Ezekiel Elliott's were coming out and getting high draft selections. But now the value of running back is kind of dissipated because of guys like Josh Allen, because of quarterbacks that are able to throw the ball all around the field and run up the score. You really just need a running back to catch the ball and can run it to keep opposing defenses honest, as well as a running back that's physical enough to punch it through these defenses in the red zone to score some touchdowns. And the Bills ultimately need to score more touchdowns. Last year's production in the red zone was pitiful, you know, and I was saying, like, why aren't we targeting Dawson Knox? Like, why? Tight end is such a perfect spot to throw the ball to tight end Dawson Knox. But keep in mind, the red zone, everything happens so fast, and I don't care how good of a quarterback that you are, when you get into that red zone, everything happens so quick, the windows are smaller, and it's tough. And the philosophy here has been adopted. You know, Buffalo Bills have really kind of implemented the idea of refusing to get beat deep, refusing on defense to get beat deep, to allow offenses to dink and dunk, to march their way all the way down the football field, to call a high number of plays, thus resulting statistically, potentially, in more turnovers, right? But a lot of the NFL has started to take that note from the Buffalo Bills, seeing that we've been a top defense, and they're starting to learn, don't get beat deep. Explosive plays is what kills you in the NFL. Big chunk plays result in points. So I really think that the Bills' philosophy here being stolen across the NFL, they're allowing Josh Allen and the Bills march down the field, dink and dunk, we get into the red zone, and then that's when it's difficult. Against the New York Jets, right? Against these great defenses, the Miami Dolphins, all these defenses that we're going to be playing here, Bill Belichick, right? They scheme things up in that red zone to make things difficult. But of course, Bills, we went physical here. We got Damian Harris to punch teams right in the mouth. We got Trent Sherfield at the wide receiver spot, who was a blocking wide receiver. Even Khalil Shakir, rookie last year, was blocking like crazy. Watch my film study video on the channel here. Really think this is going to be awesome. And you mix it up with Deontay Hardy, some extra speed, and James Cook, Nyheim Hines, Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis on the outside, Dawson Knox. I mean, this really just boils down to Ken Dorsey putting the pieces together on a weekly basis, maybe changing during the game plan wise. And that's one thing I want to give Ken Dorsey a lot of credit to last year. I think we saw him really change the plays and change up when due. Brian Daboll was kind of stubborn and wouldn't change as fast as I would prefer. So I really think James Cook, #1 running back here for the Buffalo Bills, 1,000-yard rusher. Man, we need it. Like I said at the beginning of this video, Devin Singletary, not once did he have over 1,000 yards rushing or double-digit touchdowns for Bills Mafia. I think this year, 2023, James Cook is just going to do that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please hit like, subscribe. Check you soon. Go Bills. Peace.